From club success to national glory, is Tuchel ready for international football? Season in, season out, Germany's Thomas Tuchel has proven himself time and again. But is the former Chelsea boss ready to take on the weight of a nation's hopes? In a move that has caused quite a stir, Tuchel now finds himself at the helm of a squad hungry for international success. With an exciting lineup and one of the sharpest minds in football, many wonder, could this be the winning formula? Or is this German coach the right choice to take the Three Lions to the Holy Grail? If you're eager to see how Tuchel's journey unfolds, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell to stay updated on all things football. You won't want to miss what's coming next. So, let's be real. Thomas Tuchel becoming the New England coach was always going to shake things up. Not just because he had a rough patch at his last job or the fact that he's German, but because of the mix of both. The moment the announcement dropped, the English football community and a lot of the big names weren't exactly thrilled about it. After all, we're talking about the same guy who was in charge at Bayern not too long ago. And, of course, someone who's a foreigner. His appointment feels like England is going in a different direction, looking for a coach who's used to dealing with big personalities, elite-level talents, and let's be honest, top-level egos. Tuchel's story is pretty interesting though. From his early coaching days at Mainz in Germany to the massive stages of European football, he's really made a name for himself. At 51, he will now be taking the reins of England's national team, starting on January 1st, 2025 to be exact, replacing Gareth Southgate. And let's face it, he's got some big shoes to fill. Southgate might not have won any major silverware, but he did guide England to 2 European Championship finals and a World Cup semi-final, which isn't something to brush off. That's the pressure Tuchel is walking into. England fans are passionate, and the media, they'll be watching every single move, every lineup, every sub, every tactic he tries will be scrutinized because, let's be honest, replacing a guy like Southgate means expectations are sky high. People will be waiting to see if Tuchel can actually outdo what's already been accomplished. The Champions League winning coach will be the 3rd foreign coach to take charge of England, after Sven-Göran Eriksson and Fabio Capello. Eriksson had his moments, taking England to the quarter-finals of the 2002 World Cup, Euro 2004 and the 2006 World Cup. Then there was Capello, who got England to the last 16 of the 2010 World Cup and secured qualification for Euro 2012. Both came into the job as big names in club football, but neither quite managed to crack the code when it came to international tournaments. Tuchel, just like those before him, is taking over a team stacked with world-class talent and expectations through the roof. But then again, if there's one thing everyone knows, it's that managing a national team is a whole different challenge from running a club. Eriksson and Capello came in with impressive resumes, but they soon realized that international football doesn't always work the same way as club football. It's less about building a team over a season, and more about making the most of short windows of time with your squad. The big question now is, can Tuchel's tactics and approach translate to the international stage? The German is known for being a tactical genius and having a strong temperament in high-pressure situations. And while he's had to make do with squads of varying quality during his club career, England's roster is a different beast entirely. We're talking about a team full of world-class players, from Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Declan Rice, Jack Grealish, Bukayo Saka, and Phil Foden. Tuchel has never had this kind of firepower at his disposal all at once. Sure, he's worked wonders with less at times, but now he's got a squad full of players who can execute his tactics at the highest level. What makes the Tuchel appointment exciting is that even with the superstar players, you can't predict exactly what his England team will look like, and we mean that in a good way. One of the key things about Tuchel is that he's not rigid. He adapts his formations to the players he's got. At Borussia Dortmund and Paris Saint-Germain, he often leaned toward 4-man defenses, but during his time at Chelsea, he settled into a 3-4-3 system, with wing-backs bombing up and down the flanks. That's one of the things that stands out with Tuchel. He's flexible. willing to tweak his system to fit the strengths of the team he's working with. Whatever formation he goes with, Tuchel's game is built around controlling the midfield. He loves packing the middle of the park with technical players who can dominate possession, hold onto the ball, and press aggressively the moment they lose it. During his only full season at Chelsea, this approach was clear. His team was all about keeping the ball, slowly building up play, and spending most of their time in the opposition's half, while staying organized enough to stop counterattacks before they even started. This is where things could get interesting for England. Under Southgate, the team has often relied on the sheer speed of players like Kyle Walker to recover and shut down fast breaks. But with Tuchel, we're likely to see a more structural approach, one that doesn't depend on individual pace, but on a well-drilled system where the whole team works together to prevent counterattacks. It's a bit more cautious, but it could make England even harder to break down. Another big plus for Tuchel is that his style can be implemented fairly quickly, which is important in international football. Club managers get months and months to work with their squads, but international managers only get a few weeks at a time. That's why having a clear, structured approach is so valuable. It gives the players something solid to latch onto in a short space of time. If Tuchel can impose his ideas on this England team as quickly as he did at Chelsea, where they won the Champions League in his first few months, he might just have the formula to turn England's talented squad into an even more cohesive and dominant force on the international stage. But what happens if he starts to struggle to turn all that into a cohesive, balanced team, and the pressure starts to pile up from the Jamie Carragers and Gary Nevilles of this world? Take Bayern last season. Under Tuchel, they didn't exactly light up the league, losing the Bundesliga title for the first time in over a decade. And at Chelsea and PSG, towards the end of his time at both clubs, things started to unravel. It wasn't just about results on the pitch, it was the behind-the-scenes drama too. At each of his clubs, including Dortmund and Mainz before that, when things started to go wrong, he left under strained circumstances, with tensions building between him and the board, the players, or sometimes both. In fact, according to reports, that kind of tension was one of the key reasons Manchester United decided not to go for Tuchel last summer when they were looking for a new manager. Tuchel is definitely not the kind of manager who fits into the traditional FA mold. The type who keeps his head down, plays nice with everyone, and sticks to saying the right things. He's more of a disruptor, someone who challenges the status quo and isn't afraid to shake things up, even if it ruffles a few feathers along the way. Some might say that's exactly what England needs. A charismatic manager who won't just toe the line, but will push boundaries and bring fresh energy. Others, though, might worry that this unpredictability could be risky, especially in the international arena, where stability and harmony are often seen as crucial. For all we know, the 51-year-old has so far shown he's ready to take on the big one, but if there's something else that comes with the job that shouldn't be overlooked, it's the infamous curse that comes with being a foreign manager. Historically, international success has been a local affair. Out of all the World Cup and European Championship winners, only one foreign coach has ever lifted a major trophy. Otto Rehhagel, another German, who led Greece to their shock Euro 2004 victory. That stat looms large for Tuchel, who'll be looking to break this streak and follow in the footsteps of his countrymen. But it's no small task. All 38 other international trophies have been won by homegrown managers, which is a glaring reminder that national pride and a deep connection to the country's football culture often seem to give local coaches an edge. Over the next 18 months, we'll get a clearer picture. Can he take this talented England squad to the next level and silence the doubters? Or will he fall victim to the same struggles that have plagued foreign coaches before him? One thing's for sure, whether Tuchel succeeds or not, it's going to be one heck of a journey. Well, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. You can check out our other videos on our channel.